Hey everyone, Hassan here. Welcome to the world of Ha. I figured I'd do this impromptu live stream here to get on and talk to you guys all about New York Toy Fair 2019. This is the toy book right here. Because I've uploaded all my videos, but then I thought, I don't know, is there any other questions you guys had from the videos or anything like that? Maribel Cruz, what's up? Nintendo Gaming Tuber, hello. Hello to Adrian Whittle, Kyle, the SCG, Edward Sanchez Productions, AAOG, Justin Robinson, Brianne Husted, Dylan Smith, Ashton Evans, Cat Ranger, Benjamin DePauli, Paul Gokai Shadow Beam. Let's see who else we got here. Shawanda Bailey, Zafira Hassan, welcome. Brian Carter, Nessa V, Giovanni Mariscal, Jay Boss. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. So yeah, so shout out to everybody because you guys are the ones that either had my name on notifications to know that I went live because I didn't announce this ahead of time, or you happen to be in your subscription feed or on YouTube and see it. So shout out to you guys as well. I truly appreciate it. So yeah, I've posted, so for those that haven't seen it, I posted a bunch of videos. I posted some demos of specific things like the Beast X Morpher, the Beast X Electronic Saber, the Beast X Ultra Zord. I also did like a showroom, just general walkthrough of everything. I uploaded the Q&A that we had with the Hasbro team, and just some vlogs of the experience as well. So all of those are up on my channel. I don't have any more Toy Fair videos, so it's all up there. But I figured now's the chance to get on and talk to you guys about it all. So, what questions do you have? Also, actually, by the way, okay, so I'll answer one or two questions, and then I have some stuff to show you, actually. So, Kyle, the SCG, did I see the Sonic the Hedgehog toy lineup and the confirmation of a new cartoon series? I did not. So, everything that you see in the vlogs, that is what I saw at Toy Fair. We literally, I only had a couple hours because Toy Fair opened up at, was it 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock? I think it was at 8. But then around 11-ish, I think it was, is when we decided to head out, get some food, and then get ready to go to the Hasbro event afterwards, 11:30. So I only had a few hours. And at Toy Fair, so we walked in, and there's multiple levels. So we walked into one of the levels, and like Tamashii Nations was right there. Funko was not far. So we just kind of went there, and then like we didn't have much time to really look too far. There's so much at Toy Fair. Like now I understand why it's an event that's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I was just there Saturday. That's it. So, and only for a couple hours on Saturday because the Hasbro event was elsewhere, and I was focused on that. So it was an amazing experience. It's Rage 6588, 1 out of 10. How fun was it? I mean, it was a 10. I absolutely loved the experience. I wish I could have stayed at Toy Fair longer, but the Hasbro event was a lot of fun. So I truly, truly appreciated it. Tyler Mitchell, what is the scale of the Beast Morphers figures? So the Beast Morphers figures are 6-inch, which I know might be a little sad for the folks that have been collecting toys with Bandai and etc. because it's a different scale. But the nice thing is the figures and also the Lightning Collection, so the basic figures and Lightning Collection are both 6-inch. They're both in scale with each other. So if you get the regular Beast Morphers figures, you get the Lightning Collection, they should hopefully not look too weird side by side. You know what I mean? So that is definitely a nice thing. And the figures themselves look fantastic, guys. Fantastic. Miguel, I am absolutely getting the Lightning Collection. I have all of them pre-ordered. Goldar is GameStop exclusive. I went to GameStop, pre-ordered it, done. Shawanda Bailey, what else did you learn about Beast Morphers? I'm so excited for Beast Morphers. I'm excited too. I mean, what else did we learn? I mean, everything that I posted in the videos is out there, like toy-wise and stuff. There's nothing else secret that we learned or anything. Like, it's all out there. So nothing super new. I mean, the show premieres in less than 2 weeks now. Less than 2 weeks. So it's coming up quick, and I'm very excited. Justin, I can't show you the toys because they're not out yet. I went to Toy Fair and I got to see them. but I don't have them yet. But I will absolutely do unboxing videos and do reviews and everything once I get the toys. So I will definitely do videos, as I always do with Power Rangers. But I have the Lightning... I plan to get the Lightning Collection. I plan to get the basic figures. I plan to get the Morpher, the Beast-X Electronic Saber, the Zords, some of the roleplay items, I think. Like the Cheetah Claw looks cool, but I don't know about the other stuff yet. Yeah, a decent amount of the stuff. The Play School stuff looks cool, the Play School Heroes, but I think I have to kind of force myself to not dive into just everything because I just can't. So I think that's going to be the one thing that I hold off on. But I am definitely getting Lightning Collection, and I'm definitely getting a decent amount of the Beast Morpher stuff. So definitely excited. So for people just joining, by the way, I mentioned this in the vlog, but this is the toy book that they had at the event. And it's got like all sorts of like articles and images and stuff from different companies and things. But look right on the cover of the toy book at Toy Fair. This like thick book right here of stuff. Beast Morphers right on the cover. That is fantastic. That looks super cool. Super cool. So I just and it's like textured, like it's kind of slightly raised above the, I mean, you can't really see that, but like I can feel the logo. It's not just a flat image, you know what I mean? It's really glossy and really, it's super, super cool. Very, very cool. Awesome Adam from 2099, thank you. This was at GameStop. I actually got it 50% off clearance. Okay, so one thing that I want to show you guys. So, I showed this in the vlog, but Hasbro was super kind. So first of all, shout out to Hasbro. They gave a couple of goodies. So these are some free products. So I have to disclose that, let you guys know these were free products that were given to me. And I want to show you some of them. So thank you to Hasbro for giving them. Some of these things I'm going to do videos of. So I am going to do a review eventually of this Marvel Legends Nick Fury. I actually have Captain Marvel as well. So I'll probably do both of those together in the review. I think, I don't know. You know what? I'm not going to do a review of this. I was debating it. I'm just going to open this up right now, like in this video. But this is the Nerf Micro Shots Fortnite Micro Llama. I didn't plan to get these, but they actually demoed these on stage and it looked really cool. And then this was in the bag, and they have a couple different kinds. So I think these are the different kinds that they have, but I thought the llama was the best because, you know, it's so, you know, screams Fortnite, right? And so I happened to get the llama one, which is really cool. Super Brian Montez, can I review Transformers toys from Hasbro? I'm not really getting into Transformers because I already have so many other things to review. But speaking of Transformers, that's a great segue. Hasbro also gave this Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Trilogy Megatron right here. I am not going to do a review of this. I don't have much Transformers knowledge, so I don't feel like it's worth me doing a review, but I'm just going to open this up on my own and have some fun with it. So shout out to Hasbro for giving that. But what I will open up, Transformers-wise, is this. So they gave us this Transformers TCG booster pack for Rise of the Combiners. And from my more knowledgeable friends, Collector Shuki, Brian, and Chris from Long's Toys, this apparently doesn't come out until next month, this booster pack, the Rise of the Combiners. So we got this early. We got one booster pack. And so I thought, you know what? Let me open this up right now and show you guys what's inside. I don't think I'm planning to get into the TCG because I don't really have people to play with and stuff. But I thought it'd be really cool to try this out or at least see what the cards look like. So we're going to do a live unboxing right now. And then keep posting your questions and I'll get to them as well. But let's just do one or two little quick unboxings first. And then I'll answer any questions that you have from Toy Fair. So let's see. Yes, Gold and Silver Rangers were shown. Yep, thank you. Exactly, they were on the vlog. So we got these things here. Okay, so what do we got? So there's this little pack of cards, but then you have like the main card right here. And it looks like I got one of the combiners. So this is the Dinobot Snarl. So there's two different ones that they show here on this side, as you can see. And essentially the idea is you can fold them, I guess, and these are like the individual Dinozords. Or did I say Dinozords? Dinobots. I'm in such Power Rangers mode. And then on the back is one part of the actual combiner. So this is a leg right here. So the idea being, if you have all of them, you can combine and make the big one. So it's kind of cool to see this because, you know, you have, like, I have this Pokemon card right here. Like, this is probably the normal scale for Pokemon cards, right? It's similar, kind of. But then when you expand this out for, like, the big Transformers, like, they're, like, this size. And then the combiners, now you get multiple of those, and it's even bigger. So that's kind of cool. I do like that part about it. And then you have this. Any Power Rangers toys? They did not give us any Power Rangers toys. I think it's too early, like, because the toys don't come out until April. So it was too early for them to give us anything. It would have been cool, but, you know. So then these are the other cards included. So here is, I'll just go through these one by one. Bashing Shield. I don't know if any of these are good or bad or anything, but here they are. Kiza Setters, I mean, it looked kind of like it might like do a little bit more than what the press photo showed, but it was hard to tell if it fully bent over. Yeah, let's see. What do we got? Swindled. We got Rest and Relaxation. Fog of War. Sparring Gear. Thomas Nguyen, yes, I am absolutely getting the Lightning Collection. I have all of them pre-ordered. And Pep Talk. So there you go. These are those cards, and then the special combiner card right there. So that's kind of neat. I think that's a really cool idea for how they have this TCG. So yeah, there it is right there, guys. Okay, what else? What other questions? Favorite Power Ranger season, Super Brian Montez? I mean, my answer changes often, depending on what I'm in the mood for or whatever, but I think lately Power Rangers in Space. I was actually just rewatching some episodes today. Tyler Mitchell, if I could make the decision, what would be the next season after Beast Morphers? I love the Q Ranger suits. They're like my favorite suits ever, and I would love, imagine toys based on what Hasbro did for Beast Morphers. Imagine Hasbro toys for the Q Ranger suits. Like I could just die and go to heaven. Like that's it. I'm done. You know, like that would be incredible, incredible. Let's see. Are the Zords Zord Builder compatible with Bandai Zords? I mean, I didn't specifically ask, but it didn't look like it. I mean, they're not. This is, you have to understand, Hasbro is doing their own thing. They are not. So I'm like 99% sure the answer is no, because they don't. Hasbro's really just doing their own thing. They're not looking at any of the Bandai stuff and trying to compatibility, all that. Like they're just trying to make good toys, and they look good. So they're doing a great job of that. But yeah, oh man. What else? Jerome Productions, give me a spoil for some new toys. I don't know what else there's, like, what else to spoil. Everything I've posted in my New York Toy Fair videos. Yeah, there's not really any spoilers. I tried to get them to use the keys, the different keys that they had for the Gold Ranger, Silver Ranger and stuff, but they said they couldn't. The Blaze key is kind of cool because it says something like, I'm the better Red Ranger or something like that, which is interesting. The Cruise key we heard a little bit of as well. So the Beast Bots have their own Morphex keys. So that is also super cool. It's gaming time. Yeah, I've heard of Ryu Soldier. I have a couple of the toys pre-ordered. Joshua Campbell, the Zords come out this fall. So we do have to wait a little while for the Zords. Some of the stuff comes out in the spring, but the Zords, like the transforming Zords, those are all coming out in the fall. So we do have a bit of a wait, unfortunately, but we shall see. Do I think Lightning Collection is already better than the Legacy figures? Brian Carter, absolutely. They look fantastic. By the way, Legacy figures, I should mention, I'm not stopping those reviews. I mean, there's not much left, but do I have them here? Yes, I just picked these up from GameStop the other day. So just so you know, eventually I'm going to try and do these soon, but I will have reviews of these. So I have the Psycho Rangers right here, red and blue. Then I have, let's see. I have Psycho Black. Then I have Dino Thunder White. And Dino Thunder Yellow. So to complete the Dino Thunder collection. So, I'm not stopping the Legacy reviews. Obviously, these are not going to be as cool as the Lightning Collection figures, but I'm not stopping those. Also, completely unrelated, but while I'm showing you stuff that I picked up recently, I did pick up the new Amiibo. I still have my little stickers on them, so let me take the stickers off. My store pickup stickers. Because they came out the weekend of Toy Fair, so I had to pick them up when I got back. I hate that this is getting all over the box, the sticky stuff. So I got my Piranha Plant. Mr. Yellow! What's up, Mr. Yellow? So here's my Piranha Plant. I peel out the stickers here. And that's getting everywhere. Ugh. I hate that they slap these stickers on the front. Ice Climbers. There you go, Ice Climbers right here. And the last one, y'all probably know what it is, but just get the sticker off of it. We got King K. Rool right here. So now I'm up to date on the Smash Brothers Amiibo. I have the other ones pre-ordered. The Daisy, Ken, and Young Link, I think it is. So yeah, okay. Could I do a collection video? The problem is, to do a collection video would take me so much time to gather everything, and I did one a few years ago, and that took a whole weekend. So to do one now, I just don't have the time right now to do a full collection video. Maybe one day, but I don't know. I can't, you know, right now. LR4 Legend Rangers Forever. What was it like seeing the toys in person? It was really cool. I mean, it's one thing to see the press photos and all that kind of thing, but to actually be there and see them in person, like, you really get an idea of the detail on them, the paint, what they're really going to look like, and I'm really excited. I think these look really good, and like, man, like, I'll take Goldar as an example, the Lightning Collection Goldar. It was nice and shiny. It looked cool. I know that, like, photos don't always do some of these justice, but man, these things looked real good. So I am very, very excited for what's to come. It's gonna be a good year. Definitely. Keys of Setters, what am I most excited about for Beast Morphers? Do you mean the show or the toys? If you mean the toys, then wait, Mr. Yellow, I'm not sure what you're referring to. That he almost got kicked out of the booth. I don't know what you're referring to. So with the toys, I think, oh gosh. Lightning Collection looks so good. I think the Beast X, like, the Beast X Morpher looks like a lot of fun. So, like, if I'm talking Beast Morpher strictly, the Beast X Morpher. If I'm talking, like, just in general, I think Lightning Collection. And then the show itself, I'm looking forward to just seeing what they do with the story and how original, you know, it'll be, especially compared to the last few seasons. Mr. Yellow, that video, I think if you're referring to him, the recent video of him doing the booth tour, that was just because it was, like, closed. I think that was, like, the very end of the day. And so They were just telling us all to leave, basically. So it wasn't that he was getting kicked out himself. It was that we were all kind of getting kicked out and telling us it was time to go. I think if that's what you're referring to, I think. Tristan Singer, yes, I went to New York Toy Fair, definitely. Austin Hart, I'm wondering about the Power Rangers live show. That is very interesting too. I wonder about it as well. I hope it's somewhere near me because I definitely want to see it. I don't know what it's gonna be like or what, but I'm definitely excited about that. I went to the show that they had when I was younger for Mighty Morphin, where they had like the giant Lord Zed balloon that came up and everything. Excuse me. Such fond memories of that show. And so to go to a live show so many years later, like, would just be incredible. It would be incredible. Eric Rodriguez, do I think Power Rangers will get a sequel? All right, let's talk real quick about the Power Rangers movie, because I want to make something very clear to everyone. And this is not specifically said by Hasbro or anybody, but this is I'm putting some logic into this, okay? Let's be clear. If you want a Power Rangers sequel, I'm sorry, you're not getting one. Like, a Power Rangers movie sequel is just not happening. There's just no way that a Power Rangers movie sequel is happening. I'm sorry. I know you can stay in denial and you can hope and pray because you love the cast. I love the cast. You thought it was great. You want to see more. I'm sorry. No, it's done. The fact of the matter is, Hasbro, the whole thing that came out is it's something with Paramount Pictures and not Lionsgate. Totally different movie studio. Paramount is not going to use something from another movie studio if it was not a huge success, which the Power Rangers movie was not a huge success. It was okay, but it just did not do as much as the studio probably would have wanted. They're not going to do it. It's a whole new movie studio. They're going to want to do their own thing. There's literally zero reason for the movie studio to go back and do stuff again and continue. It makes no sense. Second, all the actors are doing so many other big things now. Lulu Lin was in Aquaman. Naomi Scott was in, or should be in, the Aladdin movie that's coming up. There's just no way that they're gonna, bring this cast back for the sequel. It's not gonna happen. Also, if you look at everything that Hasbro has been doing with the Power Rangers franchise so far, they're really doing their own thing, right? The toys and stuff, they're not continuing Zord Builder or continuing their basic figures in the same scale as Bandai's. Like, they're doing their own thing. They have now purchased the franchise. They want to put their name behind it and really not have that old baggage from the other stuff, good or bad, but they want to do their own thing with the franchise. And that's very clear this year with what they're showing. And yeah, so long story short, movie sequel, get over it. It's not happening. I'm sorry. Not to be like harsh or anything, but it's just not happening. Fabricio Fonseca, do I think the final version of the basic figures will get the same paint as the Toy Fair ones? Yes, I do, because Hasbro said that most, if not all, of what was there was like what's going to be in store shelves. Especially things like the basic figures that are coming out in the spring. So they're coming out just in, a matter of weeks in April. So yeah, they're ready. Like, that's it. But those figures are, what you're gonna see. Hasbro doesn't seem to be the type, at least I got the impression, of trying to make something super showy and then give us a product that's inferior to that. They seem to be like, this is what you're getting, and there you go. And they're excited about it. So I think you should be excited about it too. I fully expect the paint that we saw there on those toys to be what we saw on the store shelves. That was the impression that I got. Oh, Quentin, the helmets and the cases were just for display. completely just for display. They had that display at Power Morphicon as well. So it was just for display. Tristan Singer, did I go to the Good Smile Company's booth? I'm just curious. I did not go to a booth, but out in the main hallway, they had like a display. It was like multi-layers. And they had a bunch of figures just on display. That was in the vlog that I posted. I think the Saturday vlog when we were at Toy Fair. And so that's all I got to see, basically, of their little display. I didn't actually go to their full booth or anything. Do I think Hasbro will show more love to the Disney seasons than Bandai did? Brian, yes. For one, look at Lightning Collection. We already have Shadow Ranger in there. And I'm sure there'll be more things to come. Look at the Play School Heroes. We have some Dino Thunder figures in there. Wild Force, whether you consider Disney or not, they have a lot of Wild Force stuff. Yeah, I mean, Hasbro seems to be all about doing things from various seasons. Absolutely. It's gaming time. If you're asking about Super Sentai in America, like, you can't really watch it on TV or anything. You just have to find it online somewhere. There are various sites that will do subbed versions. And so that's how a lot of people will watch Super Sentai. TV Nihon is one. Overtime subs is another. You might be able to find certain things on YouTube, maybe, but they may or may not be subtitled versions. Yeah, I mean, if you just kind of honestly even Google, like, Ryu Soldier subs, like, when the show starts, it hasn't started yet, you'll probably be able to find it. Yeah, so that's really how it is. So for the other role-play toys, people are asking about the binocular thing, the camera blaster. They have not announced anything yet. What they were showing at Toy Fair is everything that was announced. So we don't know. I would... the electronic saber does not seem to be one that transforms or combines with anything. The box was there too for the saber. There was no mention anywhere on the box or anything like that of the fact that it would transform or combine or anything. I think it may be something where in the future they might have a different version of it, because this was like a deluxe electronic version. So maybe they'll do a different version that combines later in the year. Kind of like the Beast X Ultra Zord, they have different versions. They have the individual Zords that you can buy, all 5, and combine them to form the Beast X Ultra Zord. You can get just the one Beast X Ultra Zord that has lights and sounds and everything, the electronic one. Or there's even one that's like a 12-inch, I think, just figure of the Beast X Ultra Zord. Doesn't transform or anything, but a little bit more posable, that sort of thing. So there's, you know, different options out there. So I imagine they're probably going to do the same for some of the other things. Because remember, they're doing 2 seasons of Beast Morphers. So there may be certain things that they've announced now that maybe there's more things coming later in the year, maybe next year. There's a bunch of stuff that that is still coming. So we shall see. What else? Did I see Charles Martinet, Nintendo Gaming Tumor? I did not. Was he there? I don't know. I don't know if he was there or not, but I did not see him. Did they show the trailer, Wheeljacker 882? So let me clarify this about the trailer, because I know that there was some confusion about it and stuff. There was no Beast Morphers trailer shown at the event. What they showed us, and this video is now online, I think Power Rangers Now posted it, is, I guess you could call it like a brand video, because it was like a general thing about the Power Rangers franchise. And it mentioned, I think it mentioned live tours, but it like showed little kids and stuff like pretending to be Power Rangers. Then it would show clips of actual various Power Ranger seasons and stuff. So it was kind of like a footage of just things, various things from the Power Rangers franchise. They were showing something that looked like a VR experience. Just various things like that. And that had a couple little snippets throughout of Beast Morphers footage. In total, if you were to add up all the little snippets, it would be like 5 to 10 seconds, and that's it. So very little, but again, it's on Twitter. If you go check out Power Rangers Now as well, I think they posted a link. There's other people that have shared it as well. I had a little bit of that footage in my vlog. So I mean, yeah, I mean what we saw looked cool, but that was it. There was no actual full trailer. What Hasbro said is they want to give, there's so much news coming out from Toy Fair, they want to give time for the trailer to breathe on its own. So if they released a trailer at that time, it would get lost in all the different things, you know? And so I imagine they want to wait a few days, so probably in the next couple of days, or maybe this weekend or early next week, I don't know, soon, I would imagine we'd get the trailer. But the show comes out in less than 2 weeks, so, you know, we shall see. A couple of people asking about Bruno and Mia from MMPR Toys, if they were there. They were. They were at the Hasbro event, and I saw them there. Yep. Mike Knight Hero 27, Cheetah Claw and Cheetah, maybe weapons for Red Ranger Fury mode. Yes. So the Cheetah Claw and the Cheetah Beast Blaster, I think it's called, I believe are weapons for the Fury mode. What's cool is the Lightning Collection figure for the Red Ranger Beast Morpher has the Cheetah Beast Blaster. So that might not be specific to the Fury mode, but the Cheetah Claw, I think, is. But they did have a Red Ranger Fury mode basic action figure as well, which is cool. Kurt, I've met Bruno and Mia a couple times before. Because remember, Power Morphicon, I've been to Power Morphicon before, twice. So, and the Power Rangers movie premiere. So I've gotten a couple experiences with various people in the fandom, which is another great thing about going to Toy Fair. Is like Brian and Eric, Trekkie B47 from Ranger Command Power Hour, Brian Collector Shuki. We got Chris from Long's Toys. We had a bunch of people that, you know, we all kind of met up with and enjoyed the weekend with, which was a lot of fun, you know. Do the Zords that are sold separately combine into a Megazord or just Transformers? Yes, they do. So they transform on their own, but then they do combine. So if you buy the so blue and yellow are dual changers, and then the red is triple changer. But if you buy those three, you can make the Beast X Megazord. Then if you also buy gold and silver and combine it, you can make the Beast X Ultra Sword. So yes, the transforming Zords do also combine, which is exciting. What is the release date for Lightning Collection? Thomas Nguyen, April 21st. Maybe they'll show up in stores sooner, but that you can actually pre-order. I was about to say you can go pre-order. They might be sold out already, but HasbroPulse.com is your first stop to get all the latest toys. So you can go pre-order there. I know a bunch of other sites, Amazon, Target, etc. had listings up. A lot of them may be sold out already. If you are not sure which Lightning Collection figure to get, like if you want to get all of them, but you can only get certain ones right now, keep in mind that in a case that's shipped to stores, I believe it's the White Ranger that is in there like 3 times in a case. The other figures are there twice, except Lord Zed is only there once per case. So Lord Zed is going to be the hardest one to find. So if you're looking for anyone in particular, I would get Lord Zed first, because he is going to be the hardest one to find. Kevin Battle, will I go to Power Morphicon 7 next year? I have no idea, to be completely honest. The thing is, Power Morphicon 5 was my first Power Morphicon, and I went into it thinking it would be the only one that I went to. Power Morphicon 6, this past summer, I managed to get things together and go to that event. And it was, I especially want to do it because it was the first time with Hasbro and etc. And it was great, but again, I don't know. It's going to be very difficult because the thing is, Power Morphicon and Pentacon, the Pentatonics convention that I helped organize the last 2 times, but not this time. But that's also the same summer. So both Pentacon and Power Morphicon will be summer next year, and it's a lot to do at once. And I've done it the last 2 summer, or the last it's not the last 2 summers, but this past summer and then 2 years before that, I did both of them each time. So it's a lot to do every 2 years, 2 conventions. I would love to do them. Maybe I'll only do 1 out of the 2, maybe none. But to do both might be a little difficult. So we'll see. We'll see. I didn't really look at Transformers, so Wheeljacker 882. I went down to the Transformers section, but to be honest, it was super crowded. And I also don't know much about Transformers. So I honestly wouldn't even be able to tell you if certain things were new or old or I just didn't know. So there's a little bit of footage of my vlog, but then after that I kind of, because they split us up into groups and said like, all right, you'll go with your group. For example, one group will go to Transformers, one group will go to Star Wars, one group will go to Marvel, one to Power Rangers, etc. And then you'll kind of move around with your group. We went down to Transformers, and then after like 10-15 minutes, I'm like looking at my watch, I'm like, they're going to do the Q&A later. Like, am I going to have time to even check out Power Rangers? That's what I'm there for. So I kind of filmed a little, and then like I just kind of asked someone, and they're like, yeah, go for it. So I just left. I went to the Marvel section real quick, and because I want to see some Marvel Legends stuff. Then I went to Power Rangers and just took my time there because that's what I was there for. So yeah, so I just kind of did that. I mean, the stuff looked cool, don't get me wrong. There's only so much that I can keep up with, to be honest. So it's hard for me to keep track of everything else, you know? Oh, okay, I forgot about this, by the way. Let me open this up. So again, to people just joining, this was one of the gifts that Hasbro gave us when we attended. So this was free from Hasbro, so thank you, Hasbro. I figured I'd just open this up right now instead of doing a separate video for it and just kind of, you know, have some fun with it. So let me do that while I talk to you guys. Please keep posting your questions. What's up, Super Gamer TV? Hello. Do I play Fortnite? I do sometimes. I don't have that much time, but I do play sometimes. I'm not very good. I played one match right before this live stream, actually. So if anyone wants to add me, my Epic username ID for Fortnite is the same as my Twitter. It's HassanAhmed120. That's HASSANAHMED 120. Add me on Fortnite, and maybe sometimes we can play. I don't play that much, so I can't promise you anything. And sometimes I get on just to like play with my cousins and stuff. So, but if I'm around, if you see me on or whatever, yeah, I mean, I'm down to play for a little while. But the other thing to keep in mind, I'm not adding people on my Switch or Xbox or anything like that directly. So if you send me a request, because I think if you're friends with somebody on Fortnite, you can apparently also send them friend requests on the Switch and stuff. I'm not going to accept it, so just keep that in mind. I'm trying to keep those friends lists limited, so it's easy to manage. But for Fortnite specifically, I don't mind people adding me. So anyways, now that I got this open, here it is. This is the, what do they call it? The Micro Llama. And this is where Nerf is really cool, because Nerf is integrated into this. Nerf is in the Power Ranger stuff with the Cheetah Beast Blaster. Yeah, this is super cool. So, it comes with 2 Nerf darts. So how does this work? I assume I will load this in, and then, oh, you pull this out, so then it clicks, and then you should be able to fire this. I don't want this to go super far. Oh, dang, that actually kind of hurt. Like, that was... They were showing this on stage, and it went really far. But, yeah, the power in that, you just push the trigger, and then it goes. That's actually really cool. It's going to, like, knock over my phone if I try and... I don't want to do that, but... Oh. Wow, it went all the way over there. I have a cabinet all the way across the room. It hit it and bounced back and landed right here. Wow, this thing goes far, actually. It's kind of cool, not gonna lie. So if you're into Fortnite and you like Nerf stuff, these are actually pretty fun. They're small and fun to use. So yeah, this is actually kind of cool. Let's see what else. Sana Kaiser, how can someone possibly get in this line of work? Are you asking about get in the line of work in terms of being able to go to Toy Fair and do that kind of stuff? And review things? Is that the question? So Philly Superman, thank you. Okay, Son, I'll answer your question in a second. So Thomas, do I play Legacy Wars? Sometimes. I haven't played in a while, but it is pretty cool. I just have to find the time to do it. So okay, Son, to answer your question, how does one get into Toy Fair and do that? So Toy Fair is not open to the public. It is for media only, and so there are a lot of like, bigger sites and things that like people that do this type of coverage, people that are part of toy companies. Because a lot of Toy Fair, people have to understand. I had a comment that said something like, how are they going to have Toy Fair and not open it up to kids? You have to understand, Toy Fair is not where you go and play with the newest toys. Toy Fair is where you go and toy companies showcase their products. Some of them are behind glass shelves and they're there. They hold interviews, they hold business meetings with people. There's some booths that you actually can't even see. Like they close them off and they're appointment only. It's like a business conference or convention, basically. So it's not meant to go and play games and all that kind of stuff. Like it's there to, like reveal your news and promote stuff, basically. And so members of the media can go and cover it, write articles, make videos, and that's how toy companies can get their news out and etc. And that's how you make business relationships with people too. They do also open up media to YouTube influencers. So if you are, maybe it might just not be YouTube, but like social media influencers in general. I don't remember exactly. But on the websites, there's certain requirements, like your channel must have a certain number of subscribers, post certain number of videos frequently, etc. So you can get into that. Someone says, I know about the requirements, but to get into covering such events, I previously worked in televised media. Like, oh, how does one actually, like myself, I'm trying to understand the question. So like, how did I get into doing this kind of thing? I guess if that's the question, I mean, I just started making videos on YouTube because I wanted to share stuff that I enjoyed, and I started doing reviews of things. Started with, Power Rangers and stuff, and eventually, like, I just had so much fun doing it. I kept doing it, and people started watching, and so I tried to just make it more professional, and it just sort of grew over time, and then you start to get these opportunities, and then you start to think about ways to add more content, and then since I'm reviewing the toys, it'd be cool to see the toys early, So then I apply for media at certain things. It just kind of grows over time. The more work that you put into it, the more that you do, the idea is hopefully people enjoy it, people watch, and then you connect with people, you network, and you grow, and it just kind of just goes from there. Like I've been doing this for 13 years. Just last week was my 13th anniversary on YouTube. So this isn't something that you can just wake up one day and just start, like you have to get into it. And so the thing is, like for example, for me, I did reviews, and so I applied to Toy Fair, and I assume people see that I'm making videos about toys, I'm doing this kind of stuff, and so companies, I mean, you think about it, you think about Hasbro as an example, I'm making videos, or I'm going to be making videos of Hasbro's toys. So why doesn't Hasbro invite me to an event, show me the toys, and kind of promote? Like, you get a good relationship with a company. You sort of, it just comes over time. And the thing is, you have to, sometimes opportunities are given to you, and sometimes you have to try and take opportunities. Sometimes that requires you reaching out to certain companies and asking if you can, work together on something. Sometimes they'll notice the work that you do. So if you put in hard work and you do, you have a lot of, it takes a lot of patience, but you put in the work, you have good quality stuff, people notice, and people will want to work with you. I think, every convention is different. If you're asking about Toy Fair specifically, I don't know how strict or not the requirements are. This was the first time I ever applied, and I happened to get in. But granted, I make toy-related content, so is that why? You know, like, I imagine they probably want somebody related. Like, I imagine if you make videos about, I don't know, houses or something. I mean, just something totally, you know, about you do videos on like stock prices or I don't know, like then I imagine it's probably not gonna they're probably not gonna accept it, or it really just depends, I think. Yeah, it really just depends. I have not myself applied to many events for press. The handful that I have been things related to what I've done, Power Morphicon, Toy Fair, you know, and I've got in for those. So we'll see. Maybe in the future I'll try for other stuff and see what happens. We'll see. So you know, my message would just be, it takes hard work. You just try, and there's no harm in trying, you know. But you have to be professional about it, and you have to be respectful about it. Otherwise, they will very quickly say no. So if you try and contact a company and bug them about it, or be like, hey, I want to get in and I want to see all the cool stuff, they're going to be like, no. Like, you know, but if you get in and you're like, hey, I have this avenue to discuss the products and stuff, it would be cool to work with you on something, maybe it'll happen, you know? It's just, it's all in the approach and stuff as well. Josh Whitaker, do I think there'll be more Legacy stuff like Automorphin figures or anything? Legacy is done. Legacy is over, guys. I'm sorry. Legacy, Bandai, the Legacy line, it's finished. What we've seen is what we've gotten. There will be, there's nothing else at this point. Super Gamer TV, do I think Power Rangers will be DLC in Smash Ultimate? No. It would never happen. Super Smash Brothers traditionally is a series where all of the characters have originated from video games. Not all of them necessarily Nintendo, but they've all originated from video games. Power Rangers did not start as a video game, therefore not possible, at least as of yet. And I mean, I don't think it would happen. I would love it because obviously I'm a Power Rangers fan, but you know, actually I say that, but I think about it, I also would not be like, I also feel like it would kind of take away from what makes Smash Brothers special, and the fact that it is all characters that originate from video games. Like people that want Goku and stuff, I'm like, no, it doesn't work. Sure, Goku has been in video games, but he's not from a video game, you know? So I also think that actually would be kind of weird. So I take that back. What else? Trying to go through. There's many comments, guys, that I miss as I'm answering other questions. There's also some questions. Super Brian Montez, for example, I already answered that earlier. Currently, it's in space. So keep in mind, I've been live for 48 minutes now, so there have been plenty of questions that I've already asked or already answered, but let's see. Kurt, am I opening up any team-up products soon? I assume you mean the Pokemon TCG. I don't have any plans to right now. I have too many other videos to work on. Power Rangers related, Fortnite related, a lot of Marvel related stuff, Amiibo, yeah, various things that I'm working on. So I'm not really hurting for any content right now. So I don't foresee it. Maybe one day I'll find something. Maybe there'll be a sale, or I don't know. Maybe I'll just be in the mood for it one day and want to get some Pokemon cards. But as of right now, I don't have anything planned yet. Richard R., aside from toy reviews, can we expect Beast Morphers episode reviews on the channel? The thing is, I don't know. I've never necessarily been a fan of doing reviews like that, like where I discuss movies or shows or that sort of thing. Like, because the thing is, I feel like if you're reviewing something like that, like I could get on a camera and just rant, or not rant, but ramble for like 20 minutes or whatever. And if you call that a review, sure, you know. But if you want like an actual legitimate review, I mean, that requires you to like sit down and think about stuff and like organize it a bit and everything. And I don't have time for that. Like, I'll be honest. And also, if there's episode, like if I'm not enjoying it, it's not gonna be fun for me. So I don't plan to do episode reviews. What I probably will do is, if I'm ever on a live stream and you guys want to know my current thoughts, I'll answer that, absolutely. And if I'm really enjoying it, maybe I will do some vlogs here and there, just kind of like talking in general, like in chunks of episodes. But I can definitely tell you I'm not doing episode by episode reviews. That I'm not planning on doing. Defender of the Good, we're not getting only 2 lightning waves a year, are we? Because that would suck. As of right now, yes. But I would be surprised if it continues that way. I think for 2019, there are 2 waves planned. But you also have to understand, this is Hasbro's first year with the franchise. They're working with retailers on, you know, getting retailer space, etc. Like, it's going to... They don't want to overdo it and screw up. So I think having 2 waves this year makes sense for them. And then if everything is super successful, they'll probably expand it. Like, why not, you know? But I think this year is really their year to set a foundation and see how it goes. So I wouldn't take this year as what to expect from now on, you know? Like, if it all goes well, then I expect we'll see more of what we see this year. But yeah, that remains to be seen. KenFam205, favorite toy I saw from Toy Fair? Oh, man. It's between Lightning Collection stuff, which looked fantastic, but also Beast X Morpher. The Morpher looked really, really cool. So many fun sounds and stuff. That was really, really cool. Wheeljacker882, I talked about it earlier, but the movie franchise, there's no way it's going to be continued. I 100% expect a reboot. It's going to be a reboot. Just, yeah. Any word on a lightning helmet? So I actually asked a question of the team. Now, I asked them, like, Zords, but I said, like, and other things. So essentially, because Legacy Collection was not just figures, but it was other stuff, right? Zords and other things. And so what Hasbro said, if Lightning would expand to that, they basically said that any kind of Power Rangers items, whatever that may be, is certainly possible. Stay tuned. Nothing to announce at this time, basically, but they seem to be hinting at the possibility. So what that is, are they talking about Lightning Collection Zords, Lightning Collection roleplay items, morphers, helmets? I have no idea. They're not going to announce anything yet, but it sounds like they're considering all options. So we shall see. Brian, how deep in the Rangers lore do you see the Lightning Collection going? Stuff like battleizers and secondary villains aside from Goldar? Honestly, it could be anything. Like, I think the question was asked of the Hasbro team of, like, things like stuff from the comics or Hyperforce. Is that possible? They said, yeah, anything's game. Anything is possible. I think the question that Hasbro will see is, like, what's going to sell well? And if you look at the waves, they've spaced it out nicely. So the wave 1, you have Mighty Morphin White. It's classic Mighty Morphin. Lord Zed, another Mighty Morphin character, but a villain. So you get something a little bit different, fan favorite. Then you have Shadow Ranger, SPD, truly there for the fans. And then you have Dino Charge Red, which is something that the younger kids have seen in recent seasons. So they're really trying to have a variety in each wave. So it's totally possible. And I think the other thing to remember is they could totally do Lightning Collection exclusives for Comic-Con or other stuff, maybe exclusive to HasbroPulse.com. So maybe some of the more obscure characters they'll do for those types of things. I think that would be super cool. I think anything is possible right now, which is exciting, you know? So we'll just have to wait and see what comes, but anything is possible. Cool A45. I did see the new White Ranger figure, and it looked great. I don't have any complaints about the Lightning Collection. I mean, I honestly, I don't. Everything about the figures looked great. Looked like they had lots of articulation. The detail was great. The civilian heads are my favorite part about it. because we haven't gotten that before. I think my biggest challenge is I don't know how I want to display the figures because like they all look so cool. Do I want to display it with their helmets, with their civilian heads, with weapons or not? Or like there's so many cool ways to display them. Like I don't know. Like they honestly, Hasbro, like they seem to think about the stuff we wanted and then thought about stuff that we didn't even know that we wanted. Like for Shadow Ranger, we have the Doggy Kruger head, which we wanted, right? And Hasbro talked about civilian heads, etc. Cool. What we didn't even know we wanted is the Shadow Ranger figure is going to come with an extra like extendable neck piece for Doggy Kruger. So that when you do put it on, his neck, you know, it'll be a little bit higher up and it'll look better for photos and that kind of thing. Nobody asked for an extended neck piece for Doggy Kruger. Like, that just... Nobody asked for that. But Hasbro thought of it, and then we're like, oh, wow, actually, that's a great idea. Thank you. Like, you know, like... So they're really thinking of all this stuff, which is honestly impressive. And I know it sounds like it's all too good to be true, which is crazy. But I've seen the stuff in person. I've seen it in person, and so I can tell you firsthand, it looked good. So I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be really, really cool. Is the Silver Ranger going to be a robot? Yes, that was confirmed at Power Morphicon. There was like a panel with Iris Hampton, a casting panel, and I think Chip Lynn was there as well, so they mentioned that. Richard, once Battle for the Grid comes out, can we see playthroughs or videos of me playing the game? Absolutely. I 100% plan to do some Battle for the Grid videos when that comes out, and that's in April as well. Wow, yeah. There's definitely a lot. Shawanda, what new reviews are coming up on this channel? There's a lot. What's coming up next? That's a little hard for me to answer right now because I don't know exactly what's coming up like next. But some of the stuff that's coming, and I just have to decide what order to do it all in. So I have some reaction videos to Superfruit the Promise, Pentatonics, Sound of Silence. I have some Amiibo videos for the latest Smash Brothers one. I have a bunch of legacy stuff that I still want to finish for Power Rangers. I actually have some Super Ninja Steel stuff for Power Rangers as well, and some movie stuff as well for Power Rangers. So I have those things. I have some Fortnite toys. I have a lot of Marvel Legends for the various Marvel Studio movies, Into the Spider-Verse, Avengers. I have a bunch of SH figure arts for Avengers Infinity War. So I have all those to do. I actually have this pin set. It's a Books A Million exclusive. It's a tin, but inside are some little collectible pins. I'll probably do a video on these. Yeah, so I have a lot of stuff coming. I just don't know exactly what's coming next. So that I just have to figure out. All right, guys, 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes, and then I am going to get off the live stream because it'll be about an hour mark. So, and I'm getting kind of tired. Oh, happy early birthday to Daniel. Defender of the Good, that's a great question, isn't it, right? Like, why is Bandai saying all this stuff like, oh, adding this paint would just be too much, etc.? You know, that's a great question. I think part of it is Hasbro is a bigger beast. Like, they have more resources. They're a more global company. They, there's more that they can do and get away with, you know? And they also have more experience in certain things. Obviously, Bandai had a lot of experience with Power Rangers, but when it comes to like the more collectible figures and stuff, Marvel Legends, the Star Wars Black Series, Hasbro has experience with great figures in those lines. Transformers, I mean, you have Megazords that transform in some way. Like, they have a lot of experience with that kind of stuff. And I think that's part of it. I think they're also... Their distribution is done differently. They're also a bit smarter with how they do it. Because Bandai, for example, let's take the Legacy line. And Bandai had... they released waves of the Rangers, but sometimes they would release whole teams at once. If people didn't like those teams, then they're just not going to buy them, and then it's going to sit on the shelf. Then they have Build-A-Figure pieces. And then as some of those waves were not selling well, some of the other figures in the lines, like Dino Thunder Yellow, didn't come out just now. We almost thought she might not come out. We wouldn't have completed the Build-A-Figure. So that frustrated collectors, so then they didn't even want to buy any of them because they weren't sure that they were ever going to be able to finish it. So you have a distribution model like that, and you're just doomed to fail, you know? Hasbro's really trying to play it smart with how they do some of this, and that's why they're kind of doing only 2 waves of Lightning Collection, and certain things are kind of spacing out, and I think that's very smart, definitely. Zachary, why don't I do more Amiibo videos? I just did one last week of Smash Brothers and also Splatoon Amiibos, and I just showed earlier in the live stream I have the new Smash Brothers one as well, so I have those coming. So I don't collect every Amiibo, but I collect all the Smash Brothers ones, so I do have those coming. So, all right, guys, that's it. I am heading off this live stream, so hopefully you enjoyed. If you guys have any other questions, try and post them in the comments afterwards, and I might answer some of them when I get the time. But thank you all for watching. If you haven't, go check out the videos that I did from Toy Fair, because there's lots of cool stuff in there. Hopefully you enjoyed all that coverage, and stay tuned for more reviews coming up. So thank you all. As always, take care.